discussing what it would look like if Germany and Italy would both join the Spanish Civil War officially. I'm going to use Spanish Civil War Commander, of course, to exemplify this and what it looks like in the game. Hugh Thomas writes, quote, tanks. There were about 20 of them in Spain in 1936. The rebels held on to 8 and the Republic 12. By and large, the government did not lack weapons in 1936. What they lacked was military leadership, organization, workmanship, and discipline. Of course, we know that Hitler sent the Condor Legion to help Franco early in the war, and that Mussolini was committed even earlier with the CTV. There's a slight misconception that Germany was very strong in Spain. Compared to it, the Italians note that Italy had about 40,000 troops, while Germany had no more than 5,000. Where Germany gave a big contribution was in modern weapons. They had fresh new tanks, Stuka aircraft, Messerschmitts 109s. These were all state-of-the-art weaponry that they put at the service of Franco. In our game, we have the possibility, depending on certain events that take place, and if you piss off the Axis powers by attacking their convoys and a few other things, there is about a 5% chance that they could join the war officially. This is rare, but when it happens, could be a real game changer. So what this means is that the CTV becomes the RE, which is the Royal Army, Regio Esercito. It's more powerful than its predecessor. The Germans, since they only have the Condor Legion, now have a new army, the DSA, Deutsche Spanish Armee. Now this is made up. I had to give it a name, so the German army in Spain, it's called, under the command of General Reichenau, which commanded forces in Moscow in 1941. Plus two very powerful tank forces. Well, these are like two Panzer divisions, and the numbers are high, as you can see. But the most important factor here is that you can get reinforcements at every turn. It's the plain rectangular chits, and you have to pay for these. But when these countries are now officially at war, they get every single turn one reinforcement per army for free entirely, and they could still place more reinforcements underneath their forces, but one is for free. So basically, what these armies, when Italy and or Germany are officially at war in Spain, and this goes for the other countries as well, if they were to join, although it's rare that that would happen, they get, to some extent, an unlimited amount of troops, because not only they supply the armies for free, but it does not count against the manpower level. Another thing that countries at war do very effectively is that they send their fleets. Now, we weren't going to flood the game with a whole bunch of foreign vessels. So what we do here is we have a single large chit for the capital ships, for fleets, and these are very powerful because they have 20 points. Most ships have like 3, 4, 5 points. They have 20 points minimum, or they match whatever is thrown against them in a battle. So they're virtually unbeatable, especially because they get the return on the next turn if they were to leave the map. And with that, they can block off Gibraltar and keep, for example, in this case, they would keep the Republican Navy locked into the Mediterranean and also be able to go after their own convoys. And so there is a good possibility that getting these countries on your side are going to help you win the war. But they can't act alone. You need to still possess, I would say, a good half of the country in order to do that. This is how we put one of those what-if scenarios in Spanish Civil War Commander.